What does it take to rebuild a life when the ashes of the past still smolder in your hands? For Daniel, the answer lay in a single, tattered recipe card, tucked away in a drawer he hadn't opened in years. It was his ex-wife Clara's recipe for chicken cacciatore, a dish that once filled their home with warmth and laughter. Now, it was all he had left of her after the divorce, after the fight, after the fire. 3 years ago, Daniel's world unraveled. The divorce was bitter, words sharper than knives slicing through what was once love. Clara left, taking their daughter Lily and half of Daniel's heart. In a haze of anger and whiskey, he invited his old college buddies over, men who'd never met Clara but knew the sting of her absence through Daniel's rants. That night, he did something unforgivable. He gathered every photo of Clara smiling on their wedding day, cradling newborn Lily, laughing at a picnic, and burned them in the backyard. The flames devoured her image as his friends cheered, mistaking his pain for liberation. But as the embers died, Daniel felt only emptiness. Life moved on, but Daniel didn't. Lily, now 16, barely spoke to him during their court-mandated weekends. His friends drifted, their visits replaced by awkward texts. The house grew quiet, haunted by memories of Clara's cooking, her soft humming, the way she'd dance with Lily in the kitchen. Daniel was a ghost in his own life, until an unexpected call changed everything. His old friend Mark was in town, hosting a reunion dinner with the gang. "Cook something, Dan," Mark said. "Show us you're still you." Daniel agreed, but panic set in. He hadn't cooked in years. Then he found it, Clara's recipe card, scribbled in her neat handwriting, tucked in a drawer like a forgotten promise. The day of the dinner, Daniel stood in his kitchen, staring at the card. Chicken cacciatore. Simple, yet hers. Every ingredient was a memory. The tomatoes she'd dice with precision, the rosemary she'd pluck from their garden, the wine they'd sip while it simmered. He hesitated. Cooking this felt like resurrecting her, inviting her ghost to the table. But he had no choice. He needed to prove he was more than his mistakes, to his friends, to Lily, to himself. He started chopping, the rhythm soothing his nerves. Onions sizzled, garlic bloomed, and the scent of rosemary filled the air. Each step was a pilgrimage through their past. He remembered Clara teaching him to sear the chicken just right, her hand guiding his. He remembered Lily, barely tall enough to reach the counter, sneaking a taste. The kitchen, once a tomb, came alive. But doubt crept in. What if this failed? What if they tasted his inadequacy, his regret? The doorbell rang. His friends piled in, their laughter loud but hollow. Lily arrived too, her eyes guarded, her presence a rare gift. Daniel served the cacciatore, the rich red sauce steaming in the bowl. Conversation paused as forks clinked. Mark took a bite, then another. "Damn, Dan," he said, "this is incredible." The others nodded, smiles spreading. Lily hesitated, then tasted it. Her eyes widened, a flicker of something soft breaking through her walls. "It's like Mom's," she whispered. Daniel's throat tightened. He wanted to say it was her mom's, that this was Clara's love poured into every bite. Instead, he nodded, letting the moment breathe. The table buzzed with stories, old and new, and for the first time in years, Daniel felt connected. Not whole, but closer. Lily lingered after the others left, helping him clean. "You should cook more, Dad," she said, her voice tentative but warm. It wasn't forgiveness, not yet, but it was a start. Later, alone, Daniel held the recipe card. He didn't burn it. He tucked it back in the drawer, a quiet vow to keep trying. The ashes of his past still lingered, but tonight, he'd built something Newa meal, a memory, a bridge to his daughter. Clara was gone, but her recipe had given him a way to say what words couldn't. He was sorry, and he was trying. Sometimes, redemption starts with a single dish, served with hope.